Hey everyone, it's Mac from laughingplace.com. Today we are going to be unboxing some Marvel Legends series figures from the recent Venom release. We have 6 really awesome figures that we're going to be taking a look at here today. So as you can tell, I'm a really big Venom fan and I'm really excited for this one. So let's jump right into it. So the first figure we have that we're going to take a look at here today is this Venom Marvel Legends series figure inspired by the recent movie, as you can tell by the logo down here from the film and the design of the character itself. So let's go ahead and open him up and take a look. Okay, so here is the Venom figure. As you can see, he comes with multiple hands and head and an extra head here. The one that it comes with already on has the signature Venom tongue sticking out. So he has a very sinewy look. You can kind of see some of the pattern on him here. Makes him look very, very similar to the design of the character in the film, as opposed to maybe the comic book or the animated series or anything like that. Let's go ahead and switch the head and the hands out and show you guys just a little bit of how much you can customize this figure here. So here he is with the alternate head. You can see here the tongue not sticking out on this one. And then these are the alternate hands as well. So you can ball up his fists. And of course you can mix and match, put them in all sorts of different cool poses. There's lots of articulation with this figure, as you can see right at the abdomen here. And then of course all of the joints as well. So at the elbows, the shoulders, everything like that. So you can put them on all sorts of different cool Venom poses. So if you have your Spider-Man figures at home ready to go, waiting for Venom, here you go. And speaking of Spider-Man, our next figure here is going to be a Venomized Miles Morales. So let's open this one up and take a look here. As you can see, also comes with Build-A-Figure parts for a Venompool. And we're gonna assemble him today here as well as we go through these different figures. So let's take a look at Miles Morales. By the way, before I open it up, some really great art of the figure on the back here as well. And then sort of an explanation as to the pieces of the Venompool figure. And you can see a little tease of the figures that we have coming up in this video here, and then we'll assemble our Venompool. So a couple things to notice right away off the bat here with the Miles Morales figure. First is he's much smaller, obviously, than the Venom figure we just looked at. And you can take a look and compare the size of these two, which is pretty cool because now they're actually to scale as you would see in the comics or the animated series or anything like that. The second thing to notice about this figure is it doesn't actually come with any accessories of its own, as opposed to like the Venom figure, which had the alternate head and hands and everything. This one just comes with the 2 Venompool pieces here. As you see, an arm and then an alternate hand for Venompool as well. But this figure does have a really cool look. You can see the Venomized hands here, the classic symbiote look, and then the symbiote jaw as well with the big scary teeth, and then the altered Spider-Man logo on the chest as well. So really awesome Venomized Miles Morales. And of course, lots of articulation as well, like the Venom figure, so you can put them in all kinds of cool poses to pose with your new Venom figure. And we already have one Venompool arm, so we might as well go ahead and get the other one here. This is Morbius, based on the upcoming Sony film as well. So let's go ahead and open him up and take a look. Okay, so here is Morbius, the Spider-Verse's resident vampire. Again, doesn't come with any accessories aside from the 2 Deadpool or Venompool pieces that we're going to put together in just a few minutes here. So Morbius here, this figure is, like I said, based on the upcoming Sony film, although the look of the character is very similar to the classic comic book look, so not much has changed here. You got this really awesome cape on the back here, which is detachable, so you can remove the cape if you need to, depending on how you're going to use them, how you want to pose them. And of course, lots of articulation again. So you can pose them in lots of different ways. And then as you can see, the scale still a little bit bigger than Miles. Miles is still smaller, which again makes sense. But then obviously Venom, much bigger. You can compare the two here. Venom is, and this is really just like, you can feel the difference in these two figures. Venom is a much bigger, heavier figure, which again makes sense based on the characters and their history in the comics. And then, like I said, we got another Venompool arm here, and then another alternate hand as well. So we're getting there. We're going to start putting Venompool together pretty soon. And our next figure is going to be the Venomized Ghost Spider. So Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen, whatever you want to call her. This is maybe my favorite look of any of the figures in this release, maybe aside from the Venom figure itself. But so really, really cool look with the really extra long tongue. Let's get this one open up and take a look. And then, of course, the Venompool body in this one as well. So let's open this up. Okay, so here is our Venomized Ghost Spider. And you can see, like I said, that extra long tongue kind of hanging down. Interesting character design here, but really, really cool look if you're looking for, you know, that classic symbiote feature of the really long tongue. Also, just love the design of this character in general, with the hood, which has somehow been venomized as well and kind of overtaking her head here. You can see her eyes kind of peeking through. Really like that they kept sort of the Ghost Spider green-blue kind of color. So really, really cool design. Again, plenty of points of articulation. And then this figure is pretty similar in size to the Miles Morales. So true to the characters as well. And like I said, just a really awesome design. Probably my favorite design of any of these figures in this release here. So just the tongue kind of just dangles on you. You can kind of pose the tongue in a lot of different ways too if you wanted to wrap it around. So you can kind of do a lot with that. So really, really cool figure here. And then this, of course, like I said, comes with the Venompool body, as well as Venompool's katanas here that attach to the back of the figure. Our next figure is going to be Phage. As you can see here, comes with the Venompool legs. This is sort of an interesting character to be included in this release. Wasn't featured in the film or anything like that, but a classic symbiote character from the comics. Has been featured in animated series and things like that as well. Also, you'll notice here, it comes with his own accessory with a sort of an axe, a symbiote axe hand. So let's open this one up and take a look. Okay, so here is Phage, and then the accessory that I just talked about a little bit here, and then the Venompool legs as well. So let's take a look at the figure here. Really cool design on the head with those big classic symbiote eyes. And it's really cool that this is a character that not a lot of people are familiar with. So pretty cool way to sort of get to know this character. Really awesome design, really great look for a character. Also has the classic symbiote hands here, and then these sort of symbiote spikes growing out of him as well. Let's go ahead and get the other hand on here and see what that looks like. So there we go. We got the symbiote axe hand on there, and you can replace either hand with this axe. You can see, and either hand can pop off. So I have both of his hands right here, and then we got this symbiote weapon on here. So lots of great battle pose potential for this Phage figure to go along with your Miles Morales, your Venomized Miles Morales, or even the big Venom, which again, you can still see the difference in the size here, but sort of comparable to some of the other ones like we saw with Miles there. And then here is Morbius. Morbius, I would say, is probably the closest in terms of size, which is again comparable. So makes a lot of sense and sets up great for some really awesome poses. So our final figure is going to be probably the second most famous symbiote character behind Venom, and that of course is Carnage. As you can see, a couple of accessories in here, one of them being the head, the final piece for our Venompool Build-A-Figure. So we'll take a look at him soon, but let's open Carnage up and take a look at this one. Okay, so here is the Carnage figure. And you can see I posed him in sort of his classic Carnage maniacal laugh pose. really cool symbiote tendrils on this character, and this is a piece on the back that is actually detachable, so you can remove those. It does have these tendrils growing out of his arm and legs as well. So a really cool look on this character, really awesome detail, as you can kind of see just the design here. And this is all like textured, so you can really feel the symbiote on him. One of my favorite things about this figure too is the head that it comes with, and this is the absolute Carnage design for the character, recent comic story arc that is boiling over into the upcoming King in Black crossover event. So really cool, but that it does also come with the more classic Carnage head, so you can change that out. So let's take a look at what that looks like on this figure. So there you go, there's the look with the classic Carnage head there. Those big symbiote eyes. Really, really awesome figure. I know I talked about how I think the Ghost Spider one might be my favorite design. This actually might have topped it, because this is such a cool look. And like I said, just the texture and everything about this figure, the design is so perfect to the character. And then, of course, lots of articulation, so you can make some really great Carnage poses here. Just works out so well to pair up with some of these other figures. And then still, the Venom figure going to be much bigger, but again, fits with how the characters sort of look in the comics. The other piece that this comes with is the final piece of our Venompool, and this is the head with that great symbiote tongue. So let's go ahead and put Venompool, our Venompool Build-A-Figure, together and see what that looks like. And there you go. Now we have all the pieces for Venompool, so we've assembled them here. Let's take a look at this gigantic figure here. Venompool is it's pretty self-explanatory. The Venom symbiote has taken over Deadpool's body as his new host. So, and this character, or version of the character, I suppose, was made popular in the Marvel Contest of Champions mobile game. So now it's pretty great that you can add this character to your collection. As we took a look at the head just a second ago with that great symbiote tongue. And then, of course, the katanas attached on the back here. And this is a really bulky figure here. And as you can see, dwarfs that Venom figure that we were looking at before. And that's previously the biggest of all the figures that we've looked at today. So really, really awesome Build-A-Figure here. Really like the design of this character. Still has all the articulation you get in the other figures. It is just a little bit more difficult to manipulate because of how bulky the figure is, but still very posable. You can get all sorts of different looks for this character. And speaking of, he does have some alternate hands here. So let's throw those on and just take a look real quick. So there you go. The other hands are closed fists, but actually can hold the katanas that actually do remove from the holster in the back here. So you can pose him with his classic Deadpool weapon here as well. And also, as I removed the hands, I realized you can remove these sort of cuffs that were on him. I left the one on here just to show you guys what I mean, but on the other one, took it off so you can take a look at him with or without this accessory as well. And here were the other hands, just to give you an idea of what that would look like. So yeah, this is a really, really awesome figure. I really like that he can hold these katanas. Great for different sorts of battle poses and everything like that. And just such a big, bulky figure to sort of just overwhelm the rest of this series. So there you have it. That is the full Venom release of the Marvel Legends series from Hasbro. You can order all of these figures now on Hasbro Pulse. I believe some of them may be out of stock, but they will be coming back in soon enough. So you can add all of these great new figures to your collection very soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing of these Venom figures from Hasbro. And keep an eye out for more unboxing videos of great Marvel, Star Wars, and other Disney toys. And we'll see you all real soon. Thanks, everyone.